Have you ever woken up with a sense of heaviness, as if life just threw a brick right in the middle of your otherwise peaceful garden? An unexpected health diagnosis, an unlooked-for financial shift, or the sudden distance from a loved one. In those moments, everything inside you begins to waver, and that age-old question echoes, why me? Welcome back to my channel, Buddha. Essence Wisdom. I'm truly delighted to walk alongside you on this path to inner peace. If you'd like to continue exploring the Buddhist wisdom that can make life lighter, please subscribe to my channel to support me in making future videos. Today, I want to share a secret to staying grounded. Even when the storm hits, it is the practice of cultivating boundless states, or the four immeasurables. When life becomes difficult, when we face disappointment, sorrow, or even perceived injustice, we often react only with anger or avoidance. But my friends, this is a golden opportunity to cultivate four priceless qualities: loving kindness, metta, compassion, karuna, joy, mudita, and especially equanimity, upeksha. I want you to picture this. You are driving a car on a very bumpy highway. Equanimity is the shock absorber of your soul. It doesn't remove the bumps, but it helps you keep the steering wheel balanced, preventing you from being thrown off course no matter what happens. It is the ability to accept the unfolding event as it is without being swept away by emotion. Have you ever felt that balance slip away? That is precisely when we need to return to equanimity. If you've managed to maintain that balance, if you've used equanimity as your shock absorber, then the next thing we need to understand is, what is the reason these difficulties arise? Is the universe punishing you? Have you done something wrong? No, it's not that. In Buddhism, we have a profound saying, no mud, no lotus. Think about a lotus flower, a symbol of pure beauty transcending all impurity. Yet that flower cannot germinate on a perfectly clear pond. It needs the mud, which is the rich, dark, and messy nutrient base at the bottom of the pond. I want you to look back at the challenges you've been through, especially the major ones after the age of 50. Perhaps it was an uncertain retirement or learning to accept a chronic illness. These things are not punishment. They are the mud that life has offered you. Without those pressures and disappointments, your wisdom and compassion would not have the chance to transform, no chance to deepen their roots and rise up. My friend, I have worked with countless seniors, and I've seen this clearly. The most peaceful people are not those who have never suffered, but those who have turned their painful pebbles into shining gems of compassion and understanding. A challenge is an opportunity, not an obstacle. If you are still in the mud, use it as the nourishment for your growth. We have talked about using the mud as fertilizer, about maintaining balance, but to truly end suffering, we must go even further. Where are we getting stuck? We are stuck in time, stuck in the regrets of the past, the decisions that should have been different, the words that shouldn't have been spoken, stuck in the anxieties of the future, what will happen next week, next month, or when I am older. And we are even stuck in the clinging to the present, wanting this good moment to last forever. The Buddha gave us a powerful instruction: let go of the past, let go of the future, let go of the present, and cross over to the farther shore of existence. I know this sounds philosophical and challenging, especially for people like us who have spent a lifetime building and planning. But I want you to think of it as a liberation from the gravity of self. When you let go of all three aspects of time, you're letting go of the self that is trying to control, arrange, and cling to them. You let go of the self that is afraid of death and change. When you neither cling to the past project onto the future nor grasp the present, you reach a state of completeness, a state we call nirvana, or the farther shore. It is a place where every event, be it mud or lotus, is met with absolute stillness. This is not indifference or giving up. It is an act of radical acceptance. That is the ultimate power that Buddhist wisdom offers us. We've talked about liberation from time. Now I want to talk about what truly holds us back. What is it that makes us genuinely suffer? Many people, especially those in our age group, often confuse the event with their reaction to it. You know, the ache of an arthritic knee is real. The sorrow of losing a partner is real. We call that pain a natural part of impermanent life. But what about suffering, the Buddha taught? That suffering often comes not from the event itself, but from resisting it. Suffering is the sum of your pain and your resistance. I want you to visualize a moment when you felt intense anger. What happened? The event. Someone did something you disapproved of. The resistance, you internally thought they should not be allowed to do that, or this should not be happening to me. It is this very desire for reality to be different, this will to bend the law of cause and effect that creates unnecessary psychological pressure. It is like holding a hot coal. The coal is the event. Your refusal to let go because you think it should be a cool stone that is the resistance, and that is what is burning you. In my experience working with many people over 50, I've noticed that the biggest fear is not death, but the fear of having to accept what cannot be changed. So the simple yet profound lesson today is stop fighting what is. When the pain comes, say, "I see you, pain. I don't want you here, but I accept your presence right now." This letting go is the first step to mitigating suffering. We have talked about using the mud as fertilizer and how to maintain balance. But to truly end suffering, we must go even further. Where are we getting stuck? We are stuck in time, stuck in the regrets of the past, the decisions that should have been different, stuck in the anxieties of the future, what will happen next. And we are even stuck in the clinging to the present, wanting this good moment to last forever. The Buddha gave us a powerful instruction. Let go of the past, let go of the future, let go of the present, and cross over to the farther shore of existence. Think of this as a liberation from the gravity of self. When you let go of all three aspects of time, you are letting go of the self that is trying to control and cling to them. You let go of the self that fears change. When you neither cling to the past project onto the future, nor grasp the present, you reach a state of completeness, a state we call nirvana, or the farther shore. This is not giving up. It is an act of radical acceptance that grants us ultimate freedom. We've just explored the power of radical acceptance. Now I want you to look at the even bigger picture. How is everything so intricately woven together? Many people here in America, when faced with adversity, often say, "That's fate." But Buddhism is not about a fixed destiny. Buddhism speaks about karma, the natural law of cause and effect. It is not a deity or a judge watching to reward or punish you. It is a spiritual law of physics. Every action, word, and even thought of yours is a seed. That seed never sprouts alone. This is where the teaching of dependent origination, paticca samuppada, becomes crucial. It states that nothing exists by itself. Every event, both your greatest success and your biggest disappointment, is the result of countless conditions knitting together. I want you to think about the greatest achievement in your life, something you are truly proud of. Maybe you are a master in your field, or you have a loving family. Can you trace it back and see what's there? Was it just one moment of genius? Or was it the combination of a teacher who inspired you 40 years ago, a door that unexpectedly opened during a chance meeting, or a spouse who patiently supported you during the tough years? You see, everything is woven like a tapestry. Our difficulty is that we often only see one thread and call that the reason. But when you see the entire web of dependent origination, you see the magic and the responsibility. You are co-creating your life in every moment, connected to everyone and everything around you. Can you feel that deep interconnection? So we have journeyed through this profound path from using equanimity to maintain balance, turning mud into the lotus, freeing ourselves from the bondage of time, and understanding that suffering comes from resistance, all within the marvelous web of dependent origination. Finally, I want to leave you with the simplest message, especially for my friends in the second half of life. You do not need to know the reason right now. It is true, we often feel this pressure to immediately find the answer for everything. But remember the image of the seed we spoke of. The karma seed has been planted. It is growing. It requires your time and your patience. Do not force the meaning to reveal itself before it is ready. You cannot dig up a seed every day to check its progress. That will only kill its potential. Trust that just as the seed quietly grows beneath the soil before breaking into the light, the deepest meaning of the challenges you face will reveal itself in its own time, when you are mature enough, calm enough, and compassionate enough to receive it. So the next time life shifts unexpectedly, pause, take a slow breath, and smile at the uncertainty. Remember, this moment has its place in the bigger picture. If this perspective has brought you peace, I sincerely invite you to subscribe to the Buddha Essence Wisdom channel for more Buddhist guidance on your path. Until next time, may you walk gently, see clearly, and trust the flow of life.